It was a Friday. It was
May 3rd.
1985. I remember I wore a yellow Adidas t-shirt. I had a light blue and yellow Adidas t-shirt that I wore a lot. Those were my two cool shirts. And I used to wear my shoes, my high top basketball shoes, with loose, so that the laces were really loose and comfy, kind of like slippers. Every day, pretty much, Steve and I, when I got to school, we would walk around the hallways. Remember doing that?
Yep. And the warmest place in the wintertime, or the spring, because it was spring, was right by the heater. And so if you got around on the loop at the right time, you could hang out by the heater and be warm. And it was right by my locker.
So Steve and I were walking around looking for girls to flirt with. And the girl that I was looking for was Mandy.
Mandy was my friend. And we would hang out and we walk around the halls together too. Not necessarily looking for boys to flirt with, but you'd check everybody out and say hi to all your friends.
I was still flirting with her, and she was with you.
Yep.
And I remember when we walked up, and you saw Steve, you kind of...
I like Steve.
Yeah.
So it's the day before prom.
Yeah.
And I, of course, have no date. And Steve is going to prom with his girlfriend. And
Mandy was going to the prom
with her
boyfriend. For some reason, I thought I could get Mandy away from her boyfriend. I kept asking her, like, when are you going to break up with your boyfriend and go out with me?
Yeah.
He went to a different school.
So since Steve was going to prom and Mandy was going to prom, I think it was I who said, well, if you're not doing anything tomorrow, I'm free.
I don't think it was that way. I think that I said, we should probably go out. Just kind of kidding around.
Like, yeah, why not?
And she said it like that, and I remember it was kind of a joke, but you seemed like you would be willing to. So it kind of stuck in my mind. I remember thinking about it all day, and that night, and I was thinking, I should call her.
It's gonna go through my mind again that I said that.
So it was early Saturday, probably not too early, probably noonish, and I'm like, I want to call Carol and ask her out. I remember I did not want my parents to know that I was calling you. And I remember Greg bought this like really long phone cord for the one phone in our house. You could plug in that phone cord and it would go like 30 feet away. So I could get out of the living room and onto the porch so nobody would know. And I looked up in the phone book and my rotary dial phone. And I called, and I remember I really didn't think too much about what I was going to say. But I figured, I'm a senior. I'm Phil Hicks. I'm a basketball and football star. She's a sophomore. She's going to want to go out with me. All right? So I'm pretty confident. But I remember the phone rang only twice. And then you answered. So I'm like, what did you say?
Hello?
Hello? I'm like, hi, this is Phil.
Who? I didn't know who you were. Phil who?
I remember it was like you were silent, and then you were like, who?
And
I'm like, oh. All of a sudden, I remember my confidence kind of took a little bit of a hit because I was like...
But then you reminded me who you were.
Phil Hicks, remember in the hallway, or by the heater yesterday?
Yep.
And then you were like, yeah, oh yeah, hi Phil. And I said, look, we were talking, that neither one of us had a date tonight, and I thought maybe you could might want to go to a movie with me.
And then I said, let me check with my mom, because I always checked with my mom, because I'm 16 years old, and that's the way we did it in our house. And so
I remember thinking that, that could be code for, oh no, I guess my mom says I can't go.
Which I had done before, but not to you.
No, not to me. But you came back.
Yep, and my mom said I could go, so we made arrangements. He was going to come pick me up. So he picks me up. We're going to go get something to eat. We're going to go out to a movie and be back. I have a curfew of, I think it was 11 or 12 o'clock. I think
it was 11. So we went. I remember we were driving my mom and dad's Dodge Omni, blue Dodge Omni stick shift. I was like, I'm a senior. driving a stick shift. Something about driving a stick shift. It's kind of cool. Were you impressed at all by that?
I don't remember that.
How can you not remember that? But so we're going to the movie or we're gonna go out to eat. So
Yeah. So
we went to the mall, which is kind of a typical place for kids our age to go, right? And I took her to fine dining.
Burger King.
Burger King.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of stuff.
I know at one point we talked about premarital sex
Mm-hmm.
and how both of us.
And drinking. It was pretty serious talk. So we ended up talking so much longer than we expected. So we're like, well, maybe we should go check out the movie. So we go to the theater and we decide we're going to watch Mask. Not like your typical date movie, but
Cher was in Mask.
But we had just missed the early show. So in order to catch the show, we'd have to wait till 9 o'clock. And if we waited till 9 o'clock, then we wouldn't be out of the show until like 11. So I had to go find a payphone so I could call my mom because we didn't have cell phones. And so we call my mom and tell her that we're going to go to the 8 o'clock or the 9 o'clock movie, but then we're going to be late coming home. She said, well, as long as you come straight home after the movie, it's okay with me.
So now we have like an hour to kill.
More than an hour.
So like, what are we going to do? Like then the
mall's closed.
The mall's closing, and all I had planned was going out to eat or a movie.
Right.
So
like, what were we gonna do?
The only store that I knew of that was open was right next to it was Toys R Us.
Yep.
So it wasn't like the greatest plan, but it was amazing how much fun we had at Toys R Us.
Yeah. Because every aisle we walked down, there was like something that reminded us of our childhood, a toy that we used to have, or games we used to play with our family, or it would spark different memories. And so we talked a lot about our childhood, and that was, I know, it was a lot of fun.
But at some point during that time, I remember like just thinking to myself, like, wow, I really like this girl. And even in that moment, I remember thinking, like, I can see myself marrying this girl. We left there, went to the movie, made it on time this time.
Yes.
And it's funny that I never do this, so it was like special. I bought the big jumbo popcorn
and a big Coke.
Giant Coke with all kinds of ice cubes in it, and I was carrying it. And actually, I was on this side of you. Right. So I'm carrying it, and I was just trying to be funny.
So we're sitting in the theater.
You're in the theater waiting for the movie to start. And I remember it must have been, I whispered it.
Yeah.
And I was like, my hand is freezing.
My hand is freezing. And
And
I
so
was like, let me see. So I
took my Coke.
And I touched his hand. I was like, yeah, it really
And we
is.
held hands. I'm like, yes. I didn't even mean for that to happen.
And I'm going, what? You fell for that stupid line, and now you're holding his hand, and now you're stuck because you can't just not hold his hand because, I mean, I liked holding his hand, but come on, I'm pretty gullible.
And I didn't want to let go because it took a lot of, it kind of happened without me having to do anything.
But then your hands get all slimy and wet.
I remember thinking that. No, I think a couple times I might have went like that, but I grabbed it quickly again. But at some point, we ended up letting go, and I remember feeling a little bit disappointed. But the movie was okay, and I remember driving a little slower on the way home because I wanted to spend more time with you. But it was getting late, and I was already planning, like, go on a kiss with me night. But I'm like, her mom's probably waiting out there, watching out the window. So I remember when we drove up your driveway, there's a garage in front of your house, and there was no windows in the garage. So I wanted to kiss you in front of the garage. So I parked. So I parked in a spot so that we would. I'm sure that I opened your door. So you waited for me to go around and open up the door, and then you got out. And then did you know? Were you planning on me kissing you?
Nope. I'm soft.
So we got to a point before, I didn't want to walk her all the way up to the door. So I figured your mom's going to wait for me to open the door and say, come on in.
Midnight.
So we kissed.
Yep.
At the garage.
So we always say that we fell in love at Toys R Us.
I'm gonna work with this one. I always work better with that.
Oh, boy.
Always work better with my right hand.